Blood pressure investigation. So the question that we're investigating in this one is what are the risk factors for high blood pressure, which is also called hypertension. So your hypothesis is an educated guess, your guess as to the answer to the question that was just posed. So based on what you know, what are the risk factors for hypertension? And then we move on. So the method here, you just have to read it. You don't have to do anything. Data was collected from 100 people between the ages of 11 to 54. Blood pressure was measured, lifestyle and family data were collected. So in this 100 people, there were 10 patients in the following groups. So there's 10 male and 10 female from each of these age groups. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different age groups. And then they were also shared the family history, if they had a high salt diet, alcohol consumption, and they did not participate in exercise. The data was collected and summarized in Table 1, which we're going to see in a minute, systolic pressure and diastolic pressure, and that is in the notes in this particular content of the course. All right, so let's go down here and see all of this in a table form. So here's 10 people. Here is the age groups. So there's female and male ages 11 to 17, and there's 20 of them. Okay, and then you go down and you'll see the rest there. So in color coded here, systolic pressure is green, and diastolic pressure is the little cream color. And it's per person. So each little box is one little person. All right. So person 4, female 11 to 17, that would be your age group right there, and the male section here. Okay. That's how you read the table. So what you're supposed to do with it, let's do some analysis. Calculate the average systolic and diastolic pressure for each group and enter these values in average blood pressure in the table below. So here, right here. So let's do the first one. This one here. So if we're to do the average systolic pressure for the males, you would add up all of these numbers and then divide by how many there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You add up all of these. It looks like it's going to be a little bit over 1,500 maybe, but then, 12, I don't know, 1,100. And then you're going to divide by 10, and that will get your average for that systolic pressure. Then you're going to do diastolic pressure. You're going to add up all of these, and then you're going to divide by 10, and that will be the answer. You can put them here if you want first, and then you could just transfer them into these sections here. All right, so this one here will be the where I showed you, and this one will be the orangey side. Okay, so that's what you have to do for the first section here. This whole blurb here is how do you do this? And I just explained it. But if you want an Excel copy, because this is only if you understand how to use Excel, you can do all the data work on the Excel program, which is pretty fancy if you know how to do it. By grade 11, I would assume some people have taken business courses. BTT 101 I used to teach, which is grade 9. And you would know how to use Excel. Not in great detail, but you would know how to do averages. So if you know how to do averages, let me know and I can do that. But that's how you do it. You have to, and this is why you had 2 class periods to work on it, because you had to do so much math. Yes, math is in science always. You can't get away from math. All right, so that is question number 1. And the answer goes into this table. It tells you table 2, average blood pressure. It tells you up there. Then it says number 2. Once you find this, then we go to the second question. Use the blood pressure management chart below right here to tally up how many people in table 1 have normal blood pressure, prehypertension, and hypertension, and record it in table 2. How do you do this? I would recolor each cell in table 1, then tally them up after. This is why you have 2 days. So it's a little bit of like manipulating the data, which is very scientific. So let's take a look. I'm going to go up here. Let's do the first one. 109 over 68. So I'm going to go down to this chart. 109. So systolic is along the x-axis. So 109 is about here. And then what was the other one? I have ADHD. I forget everything. 68. So 109 and a 68. So it is green. So this first young male, will have normal blood pressure. So what I would do is now that you're done with systolic and the other one, what color is this? Green. I would re-highlight them by going like this, and I would say green for that. I would just make all of it green, and then you would know that that person is normal in blood pressure. Let's do one that is a little bit higher, so you'll know 141 over 90. Double check here. It's automatically anything after 130 is high blood pressure. So you don't even have to look at the diastolic. So I'm going to color this one red. You can color code them any way you want. I'm just doing it according to, or it should be pink, sorry, whatever. But I'm doing these colors down here. All right, so that's how you recolor for question number 2. All right, and I don't care what this table looks like at the end. This is the data that you're collecting and using for this assignment. All right, so that's number 2. And then number 3 is you're making a graph. It tells you exactly what has to be on the graph. Age has to be on the x-axis. Your dependent variable, which is blood pressure, is going to be on the y-axis. And then you just make sure you have all of these included in your graph. Okay. Then the questions below, just in 1 to 2 sentences. You don't have to do any extra research at all. So please don't look things up. You're just answering the questions from the data that you have collected, basically from this table. Okay, so now you're going to take your results and take it to the next level. All right, so it does take a little bit of time to go through the math and through the chart, recoloring and whatnot. So that's why you had some time to work on it. So if that didn't help, then let me know. But yeah, I'm hoping that that will help you.